Welcome back to the Armchair Meddler, where I review news videos, usually of a sensational nature, and I give you my opinion. Even though you didn't ask for my opinion, that's what makes me the Armchair Meddler. So, let's see here. The video we're looking at today, deputies in pursuit of attempted assault with deadly weapon, suspects in Compton. Okay, so just to remind you, I have not viewed this video previously. And also, if you aren't subscribed, please subscribe and please give the thumbs up. So let's not delay, let's get into this video.
And breaking right now, SkyCal over the scene here at West 133rd and Nestor Avenue of a police chase that just got underway here in the Compton area. You see 3 units trailing this car. We're still waiting for information right now exactly what this driver is wanted for, but it looks like maybe stopping right now. No? It's keeping going.
Yeah, going through this residential area now in Compton, going about 35, 36 miles per hour. You know, it is a holiday weekend. It looks like they do have their turn signals just getting really close to that truck that was there at that intersection. It looks like this person doesn't have a care for any or regard for anyone else's safety. But yeah, going through the streets of Compton right now, up to 50 miles per hour at times in this dark street on a holiday weekend. People are out, and Ross, this could be a very dangerous situation.
In fact, we're just hearing now that the suspect in this car is wanted for assault with a deadly weapon. So obviously, it's imperative that police stop this car immediately. We don't know what the weapon is, how many people may be in this car. But it's a very dangerous situation as this car continues driving through the side streets here of Compton.
So right now it's hard for me to make out exactly what this car is, but it looks like it's a black Hyundai. What model it is, I can't really say, or perhaps like an Elantra maybe. But yeah, it's hard for me to tell exactly what it is.
The best thing we can say about this situation is not many people walking on the street, at least right now.
Yeah, and it looks like LAPD is in pursuit of this this black vehicle that we're looking at here. Ross, you just said this person wanted for assault with a deadly weapon. Mm-hmm. At this time, we know that at least this person may be armed with some sort of weapon. This person is dangerous, driving on the wrong side of the road right now and right into oncoming traffic, and we're hoping on the other side people are paying attention. Looks like now going into it looks like a large parking lot possibly to maybe a park here, and it looks like the people in the passenger, three people bailing out, leaving the car running right now. Mm-hmm. They have hoodies on. This looks to be like a park in the Compton area right here on Cressy Street and Dwight Avenue.
Maybe some sort of school or public building there.
Yeah.
Through the fence here. Now, these are the 2 suspects that bailed out of the left side of the vehicle. There's another suspect that went the other way. But look, SkyCal overhead.
So at first I thought that one person fell, but I guess they didn't.
And we know the police choppers overhead as well with their spotlight on them.
And look, one of them giving up, putting their hands up because the officers are right on its tail. This one going towards the bleachers, trying to make a run for it, but...
Okay, I'm sorry, I had to pause that because that newscaster said right on its tail. Wow. That's interesting what she thinks of these suspects, right on its tail.
As you see, the spotlight's on there. They know exactly where this person's going, and eventually all you can do is continue to run, but they're gonna find you. They know where you are. And at this point, you can see this police pursuit.
If you're just joining us, you're watching KCAL News at 9 right now. We are following a pursuit. There were 3 people in a car that authorities were chasing. The charge was assault with a deadly weapon. 3 people bailing. Our camera, SkyCal, above one of the people right now. The car was still left running as they moved forward. The 2 other suspects were still on foot. One other suspect apparently seemed to stop with his hands up, but this guy right here still going. If you're watching this now and you're in this area, of course, please stay in your homes and keep those doors locked. This guy tries to make...
So I'm interested to see this guy's jumping fences, going into different backyards. He may wind up in the wrong backyard with the wrong dog. So it'll be interesting to see what happens.
His way through backyards. There's no telling what this person might do. We have no idea which person has a weapon or what type of weapon it is.
Again, you're watching KCAL News now here at 9 p.m. as we continue to monitor the end of this pursuit. It looks like this suspect has tried to make a run for it. We know the police helicopter overhead. They know exactly where they are. For the first time, they're not running anymore. And you wonder, are they going to give up? You also wonder, we haven't seen any officers right around this suspect here, but we do know 2 other suspects in custody, detained. At this point, it looks like this person here tried to jump over a fence and putting their hands up as well, giving up here in this Compton area, and it will just be a matter of time before an officer, I'm sure, can get to this suspect to also detain them.
Let's take a split screen right now as officers perhaps move in on this one. This is the car as it raced here into this cul-de-sac, and you see all 3 suspects here bailing out, running. The car still moving forward. We're going to follow here these 2 on the left. One of those suspects eventually throws his hands up in the air. On the left side of your screen are live photos right now, and you see the police there right now at the gate coming towards the suspect. He is still standing up. Of course, they're asking him to get down. He is getting down on the ground. It appears officers there have weapons drawn. Again, these suspects are wanted for an attempted assault with a deadly weapon. Police just trying to figure out how to get through this fence, maybe perhaps using bolt cutters.
Yeah, it looks like they are using bolt cutters to try to get through some chains there that have this fence locked up. Not a situation you see many times with this suspect that tried to desperately get away, now cooperating with officers there, and it looks like they're able to get that fence open. They're going to move in on that suspect. This was the last suspect we saw run out of that vehicle here in Compton. They are getting that person in handcuffs now, Ross.
Again, this all began with a police chase, and the charge was assault with a deadly weapon. When these 3 suspects bailed, left the car running, and it appears that they went through some sort of high school or community center there.
Yeah, it looks like some sort of area here in the Compton area, or some sort of facility, I should say, in the Compton area. But you can see officers there now looking at this field, but it looks like for now this pursuit has come to an end. We're still waiting. We know 3 people did run out of that vehicle. Again, we know for sure confirmation that 1 person was detained. We're waiting to hear if the other people were detained as well. At some point it did look like they may have caught up with 1 other suspect, but again, we did not see that with our eyes, if they were actually taken into custody. It looks here that an officer has another potential suspect.
This is Gonzalez Park, if you're just joining us now, in custody. We have 2 suspects in custody. 3 were in that car originally. Authorities were chasing them because they're accused of attempted assault with a deadly weapon. We're waiting to see if the 3rd suspect has been brought into custody, but you can tell by the demeanor of the officers that things are much calmer now. So we're assuming that they feel they have full control of the scene here at Gonzalez Park, and we're waiting to see whether that 3rd suspect has been found there.
Yeah, so we've been monitoring this situation, as Ross just said. These suspects were wanted for attempted assault with a deadly weapon, bailing out of that vehicle here at Gonzalez Park just a few moments ago. Before that, Ross, we saw them just weaving in and out of this neighborhood at high speeds, getting really close to a truck that was making its way through an intersection. Luckily, not hitting that truck, able to just pretty much move their way through a very tight space and then bailing out of the car, leaving the car running. At this point, we do know at least 2 of the 3 suspects are in custody. As you can see, police have pretty much taken over this area here in Compton, this residential street, which is interesting because the car actually came to a stop in the parking lot. So you wonder if maybe another suspect, some sort of evidence maybe in this area as well.
You know, at one point we did see one of these suspects before they left our camera view throw their hands up in the air. So it seems as if they may have the three suspects here at Gonzalez Park in custody. We're waiting for confirmation of that. A dangerous situation. Officers are chasing these suspects and they don't know where the weapon is, if there's more than one weapon, how many of them are armed. And at one point these suspects were going through yards. People are home. No one knows if they're armed at the time. A scary situation. You can tell from the demeanor of the officers, though, that things have calmed down. We believe possibly it is likely that the third suspect has been located, but we're waiting for confirmation of that at this time.
Okay. It looks like as we wait for that information, of course, we will bring you those updates once we get them. But this is the end of a pursuit in Compton, ending at Gonzalez Park with at least 2 of the 3 suspects that were in that vehicle in custody.
Looks like that's going to wrap up this video. Thank you again for watching. If you can, please make sure you're subscribed and give this video the thumbs up. I am the Armchair Meddler. Hope to see you on the next video.